Right, Mark Windows on his website. Yeah, he tells you to be careful about common law, but on this occasion, he says, oh, no, sometimes it works if you do it really well. And he claims this is a case that the people won by doing common law abracadabra brilliantly, and they won. Case dismissed. Except, no. Skip forward about 10 minutes and you'll see they did not win at all. They utterly failed. They did succeed in taking the piss out of these posh bastard scumbag stabbing establishment magistrates, but they didn't win the case, and he pretends they did. It's an insight into Mark Windows. Right, so he's got all this common law thing, and basically this guy on the left here, I think that's Mark Windows sat down, right? The guy on the left is taking the piss out of the court, and he thinks he can do some common law thing where he turns up with the guy. He's representing someone. He turns up representing them with them not being there and bringing their birth certificate and saying, look, the birth certificate's here and that's the legal fiction of what you want the money off the birth certificate account. Oh, sorry, mate. So I'm just saying sorry to a cat who's come in my house. I turned around and he's a scaredy cat. Anyway. Right. And the magistrates don't know what to do, and they're a bunch of posh scumbags, and they don't like it because people won't stand up for them. Yeah, never stand for the fucking ruling middle class, for the military chain of command. Fuck them. Anyway, and then these got 15-minute video, and it all goes on about, oh, well, you have to have a constable on his oath, blah, 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 and not an officer, a constable. A constable is keeping the cons stable. Police, their job is policy. They don't give a fuck about the law. But you can temporarily bamboozle them with this common law stuff. But you won't win ultimately, because they'll just have a fucking posh conference and decide, no, we just ignore their common law stuff, whether it exists or not. They don't even know, do they? They're just posh twits. They copy the other posh twits. Yeah, and then they'll if they're not sure, they'll go up the military chain of command for advice, right? So pigs have turned up, right? And Mark Windows is apologising. Listen to him. Oh yes, Mark Windows. Yeah, this is really what they think. They're like, the pigs are thinking, I've no idea. They have no idea. Is this guy? He's obviously not breaching the peace. We've been called here. What's happening in this court? Nobody's kicking off, so we're not going to drag someone out for not standing up, which is good. That's the level of fascism we're at. You can tell them to fuck off when they want you to stand up. All right, so that's some freedom and not utter tyranny. But well, that could change, and a different court and different officers might fucking take you away. But anyway, right. So he's asking for some paperwork. He doesn't get it. Right. The magistrates are utterly pissed off because people aren't going along with their fucking bullshit. But are you going to win? Are you going to win? Right, and he keeps going on. He's presenting the birth certificate, and the actual guy isn't there. And they're like, oh, no, we're not talking to the birth certificate. Blah, blah. But watch this at the end. The sergeant returns for the last time with no written order. So this is... Mark Windows is going along with the common law guy's interpretation of what's happening here, right? He's going along with it, even though he says, oh, no, you need to be careful with that shit, right? He's going along with it here. Lay advisor asks once again. For and on the record. For and on the record, oh, yeah. Oh, if you don't stand up, the cure hasn't got jurisdiction. No. You just tell, all that's happening if you're not standing up is you're telling the magistrates, fuck you, you middle-class scumbag. We don't stand for you. Yeah, if you stand for us, we might think about it. But fuck off. We do not respect you. Good. Right? Fuck you in your military chain of command empire. Piss off. That's what's the reality. So you're pissing them off and their fucking posh egos are wounded. End of. Not jurisdiction. You know.
Corporate court jurisdiction. A public gallery to leave, which of course they do not, as it would give them disciplinary jurisdiction and would chest.
Yeah, jurisdiction, murishmixman. Right, so the magistrates leave the room because they're pissed off and they're going to have a chat and probably ring their superiors, right? Because they just copy each other and that works for them. But this time they don't know what to do. Don't know, and the pigs haven't got rid of these people for not obeying every teeny weeny tiny minute micro detail of their fucking system. And the pigs are like, nah, we don't know what crime's been committed here. We're not arresting these guys. So they leave the room, and the common law guy who's brought the fucking birth certificate to represent someone and not the person, totally taking the piss out of them. He goes, oh, well, they've left the room. I am therefore the highest authority in the court, and we dismiss the case. And Mark Windows echoes this. Right? And then, liability order. The liability order is being awarded. Currently £308 outstanding on your account. We will instruct bailiffs if this doesn't get sorted out soon. Signed by Injustice of the Peace, one of the magistrate posh bastards, after they've got fucking advice from their superiors like, no, we can fucking ignore this common law stuff, whether it exists or not. Fuck 'em. The entire establishment is not going to let anyone win with common law blabbity bling blong, whether it's real or not. End of. And Mark Windows has given us this information, even though he's saying, oh no, they won because they just got the case dismissed. And then he focuses on different bits of the paperwork, except if you look at the paperwork, and not the bit he's wanting you to focus on, the paperwork shows, no, the common law abracadabra did not win. The stabbing establishment won. Yeah, the guy who didn't turn up has still got to pay 308 quid, and they're going to take it further. End of. Sorry, no win. Mark Windows pretends it's a win. Absolute bullshit. And it's obvious absolute bullshit as well. So there you go. There's an insight into Mark Windows.